Hello and welcome back to my channel, Meandrous Plays. I'm Meandrous, and today we are continuing our Folktails Cliffside playthrough. Timberborn, of course. If you're new here, welcome. If you are coming back, welcome back. Thank you for joining us today. And without further ado, let's get started. Last episode, we did get all of the food types going. So that was pretty exciting. So if we click on our well-being bonuses, we have all the food types. We also have a decent amount of injuries, so we are going to have to address that. Also, it was said that we could potentially make a bridge connecting the campfires to some of our housing, and that could be a good idea. Just try to figure out how I want to do that. Maybe it's actually going to be a little bit difficult, not too bad. So maybe we do something like this. Maybe we do a ladder there, since that's one of the ways people they get up right now. Yeah. So we can do that. And then don't need to go too high here. But then, like, well, we don't even need that big of one. Just like that. And that will connect our houses closer to our campfires and stuff. A nice little shortcut we added there, I think. That should work out all right. Let's see. We're going to keep demolishing this. I just want to blow this area down to the bottom, and then I'm going to start building vertical farms, like multiple layers is my end plan there. So we're going to keep blowing it up. Triple dynamite. That was the most inefficient way to lay that down ever, but it's okay. We got a few stragglers here. Can build that one there. What if we just change that to a normal dynamite here? I don't like that pillar being there, though. Put a dynamite like ladder like that, and then a double dynamite should be able to take care of that. Can they reach all the way over here? No, they can't. We need another path. That should take care of that. Okay. Let the beavers work on that. Keep working away at it. We have our mine. And we have our dirt coming. We are really building up on injuries. That's because we have a lot of jobs that are quite dangerous. It was also pointed out I could have just made a tunnel down below here to connect my power. Yeah, I just didn't see that in time. That definitely would have worked as well. Anyway, what to do? I think having a little more population would be good. And I think bringing this up to the level of that other side would also be good. So I'm going to delete these three: a roof, scarecrow, and a bulletin board. Sorry, remember what needs to go there. Housing. Oh, that's right. We can't do that. There was a reason we couldn't do that. Okay. That makes a lot more sense now. So I should not have deleted those. And I'm kind of dumb. The zip line is in our way. Well, now we got to rebuild it, unfortunately. Let's see. Easiest way to do that would be... If we build that there, we can rebuild these two. Oh, yeah, that was a mistake. Oh well. Decoration. It was a bulletin board, a roof, and we'll put the scarecrow on there after those two are built. All right, I was short on any resources. And we're using up extract pretty quick. We're doing okay on metal. We're doing okay on a lot of stuff. I would say the main resource, quote unquote, that we're having issues with is simply labor. You know, we also had a suggestion that we could have a dance hall above the river. I like that. To make that happen, we're just going to delete a few of these trees. We have so much. Oh, actually, we don't have so much logs that I shouldn't worry about it. Interesting. Well, first things first, we're going to build some platforms here. And we will need to get rid of a few trees. But all in all, it should be doable. As soon as we stop constantly building stuff, that would help out as well. This is almost ready. Metal blocks there, okay. We could bring this up higher too. That's probably why we're a little low on logs. How are we doing on dirt? We're full on dirt. Let's go ahead and pause the dirt excavator, because that's what's one of the things that's causing a lot of our injuries. Okay. Just visualize that again. So it's going to go right there. Which means we can clear the planting area for these three and for that one. Those two. And that will allow us to have a dance hall above the river. I like that. Be good. These trees do have a while to grow. We only have 600 logs, so I don't want to just destroy a whole bunch of oaks right at this exact moment. All right, this one's ready to blow up. I am going to prioritize that one. It's extract we are waiting on, mostly. Okay, wait. We gotta be careful here, because this is our irrigation pond. We don't want to blow up our irrigation pond just yet. So, we gotta keep some of these. Actually, we could have destroyed that one. Dang it. But these ones we want to keep. Okay, so that way we don't lose all of our irrigation from here. What's going on up here? Metal blocks. Huh. We'll get a single dynamite to get it at the same level as the rest. I know there are more efficient ways to do this, like we could go down and do tunnels to make it collapse, basically. But I just wanted to blow it up the old-fashioned way this time. Okay. This is a long drought. We're doing just fine on water, though. We do have these two pumping. Maybe we shouldn't. I think it should be fine, though. Plenty of food. So much food, actually. What we are missing, though, is wood. We don't have a whole lot of wood. Or a whole lot of extract either. Just working as fast as it can. I do want to start working on this section too. I think over here I'll demonstrate what I meant by like the tunnel collapse method. So if we do tunnels, and we zoom down here to, well, really, we could get down to the ground. So let's just start with dynamite. We'll make 2 spots, one for working and one for, actually, we don't even need to do that. We can just use one and just have ladders go down. To speed that process up, I am going to put some storage over in this section. Just small pile for planks, small warehouse for explosives, small tank for extract. Extract, obtain. Explosives, obtain. Planks, obtain. Because remember, the tunnels do require planks too, because you're building a platform as well. And it is extract that we are short on nowadays. I suppose this all used up a whole bunch of it. Might want to consider another centrifuge. It just comes back to that that ever-present question: where the heck to put it in that case? Let's see. Yeah, I didn't think so. Zip lines don't do power like tubeways do. Nor do lodges like barracks do. Okay. Oh yeah, beehives. We should get those going at some point too. We have so much food, we don't need to worry about that right now. I think if there's anything else worthwhile. All right, we're going through our explosives pretty quick, but we're staying up there at the same time. I don't really think we need another explosive factory when we have these two here. So, with that in all of that in mind, we can get by with a centrifuge, probably just right there, to be honest. And then it's kind of a little space inefficient, but a power shaft. Oh, the bakery can transfer power? Never mind, this becomes easier. That makes it a lot easier. One thing we are going to need for over here, though, is a place for the extract. Yeah, maybe just a medium tank over here for extract would be good. We're actually running kind of low on bad water now that I look at it, so let's get more beavers working in the bad water rig. Lots of unemployed, lots of vacancies. But we don't need all of these builders necessarily, or all of these haulers necessarily. In fact, let's just pause that one. And actually, if we just pause this one, that actually helps too. No, we don't want it completely paused. Just 3 is fine. It just looks bad up here. All right, is this ready to go boom? I do believe so. And away it goes. Nice. Very nice. So now we can do that all over again. We just need some more ladders to get down there. So you don't even technically need that one. There should be plenty of walkways. And if we look down here, that's 0. That's 1. It's just 1. 1 more layer of dynamite. So this one won't even need extract. So that's kind of exciting. So it might have been the fact that we didn't have enough bad water that was really holding back our extract production. It's definitely possible. I still do want to show this other method. So let's keep blowing things up going down there. Okay. Oh, this was a really long drought. I'm gonna pause one of these water pumps at least. Not that we're pumping a whole lot because our storage is so full at the moment, but we might even want to consider pausing them both. Our reservoir is getting down there for sure. And we have 7K water stored up. I'm more worried about irrigation at the moment. Okay. Still waiting on these oaks to grow. That's fine. We're getting our scrap from our mine. That's also an injury machine. That might be what's causing some of our injuries. But that's the only place to get scrap from, and we are going to need that scrap. We don't have much for free beds. We should really... Yeah, let's just cheese this a little bit more. Make another triple lodge. We're going to have to be more creative in the Iron Teeth playthrough for sure, but for now, this is the second smallest map, so utilizing some ladders isn't to be unexpected, I guess. Let's see. Decorations. It was a roof and a lantern, if I'm not mistaken. Do we have a scarecrow reaching that one? Okay, we do. But we don't over here. Let's delete that. Scarecrow. Now this Fountain of Joy needs to be in water. Right where we put the dance hall might have been a good spot for that. Oh well. We'll figure out something else to do. Some other place to put it. We'll get it done. Our extract is really bouncing back here. Huh, that's not coming back though. What are we short on? It's the explosives. Ah yes, we are out of explosives. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe we could have used another explosive factory. I mean, we just put down a crap ton over here, so I guess that's sort of to be expected. Well, that's got to be getting close to the bottom there. Too deep, too deep. Perfect. That is the bottom. So we build some ladders. Delete that one and peel back the layers. We can then start building tunnels down here. Something like that. Now that will require the explosives, the extract, and 6 planks. So that will eat into our planks quite a bit. We really don't need these dandelions. I think we delete them for just a few more oaks for the time being. Where I can't reach those, but I can reach these. Plant trees, oaks. Can even reach down here. So be it. Is this ready to go? It is. Boom. That looks suspiciously like 2 tiles still, not 1. I counted wrong. Why is it still letting us do triple? Did I really count wrong? Excuse me? Yeah. I'm just bad at counting. Thought this was the bottom, but really this is the bottom. So kind of a wasted dynamite. I guess since we needed a triple here anyway, maybe it wasn't a total waste, but kind of. Yeah, definitely kind of. I'm gonna blow up just 1 here and make sure I'm not confused. We'll put that one at high priority. Because it shouldn't even let me plant it if I can't detonate it. Oh, it does. It does let you plant it. Okay. It is only 1 deep. I thought it doesn't even let you plant it, like it doesn't let you plant on the bottom here. But it doesn't alert you that your triple is being wasted because it's trying to go through the bottom. So we needed doubles last time, we planted singles. So really we saved extract, but we're spending more dynamite, more explosives. Not great. Oh well. Nothing to it. 12 days left of the drought. We still have over 6K water. These oaks still aren't harvested. What about down here? How are our tunnels going? Not great, not too bad. Too far from district center. No. Although this might be turned, our ladder might be turned the wrong way for this. We'll see. Yep, see the ladder is blocking that path, so we are going to have to delete that bottom portion of ladder. Oops. Shouldn't have done it with beavers down there. It's okay if we set this to high priority, they'll be fine. Right? Yeah. Just 2 are stranded. I really wish you could, like, when you're building levees and stuff, you can plan the tunnel to go, the road to go on top. You can't with tunnels, so you have to keep checking on it and rebuilding the path. And that's kind of annoying. I hope they address that. Kind of just waiting on explosives now. In fact, 100% that's what we're waiting for. We got homeless beavers. How did we end up with homeless beavers? Okay, now we don't. It just took a little while for it to reconcile, I guess. We got unemployed beavers. Can fix that. Whoa, 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 whoa. What does this say? Building needs power to operate. What happened to our power? We used up all of our power. That hasn't happened in a long time, guys. We did build quite a few other buildings here, so I guess I'm not terribly surprised. All right. I don't always saw beavers working in these two places. Huh. I wasn't expecting that, though. I really wasn't. I'm just clicking the wrong stuff here. I apologize about that. Let's see. So a vertical shaft. Windmill's too close. Okay. Kind of thought that might be the case. This whole zigzag of power shafts is messing with the pattern a little bit. All right. So not having enough power, that's definitely eating into our explosive production. We have plenty of extract, so I'm going to pause that. And maybe even pause a gear workshop to save on power. We're still not gaining a whole lot of logs, and that's probably because we're making so many into planks and using them for tunnels and such. All right. Too far from district center. Aha. For some reason, path's not connecting there properly. We just didn't put a path down there. Problem solved now. What? Problem not solved? We're missing that one. That's the one we're missing. Problem solved now. Yeah, we're not really gaining any power at the moment. Definitely running at an inefficiency. That's okay. The wind really picked up now. Now we're starting to store some power. You know, until we're ready to fully switch, it probably wouldn't be the worst idea to build even another windmill. Maybe even two more. But that's too close. Interesting. Perfect. And these don't require any explosives, so those should be done quickly. Checking our tunnel progress. Hey, our tunnels are done. Which means if we delete all of this, the stuff above it should come crashing down. Or a decent chunk of it. Actually, not quite. We're going to need some tunnels this way. Because the ground can support 3 away from it. So this one can go 1, 2, 3. So all that whole line here can support these first 3. So we're going to want to build tunnels 3 more deep here in order to guarantee the collapse of everything that we want to collapse. Still kind of running out of maple syrup every now and then. Doing okay, though. All right. We have a lot of unemployed beavers now. Suppose more workers, builders. Got plenty of haulers. Guess we could put some back. We don't even have a place to store the dirt. Maybe we make another underground pile for dirt and turn that back on to just utilize some of these beavers, huh? That sounds like a plan to me. I don't know why that's zigzagging like that, but we're going to put an end to it. Let's can store dirt and unpause that. Our injuries are going to start climbing up again, but that's okay. We have a bunch of excess workforce at the moment. Things are fully powered, at least for now, because we have some of the batteries being drained. But they don't have a whole lot longer to do that. Let's check back on this. Just checking if it's going to tell me that's too far away at all. And I don't think it will do that, especially if I put that down. For a while, it seemed like it was extract that we were waiting on. Now we're waiting on explosives. And we're not waiting on bad water either. This method is definitely more explosives intensive than this one. There is no doubt on that. Look, we stopped pumping a while ago, and we still have 5K water. We are golden as far as water goes. And we've reached over 100 beavers. That's a pretty good accomplishment, actually. At some point, we're going to start digging out below this to make our beaver cave. I just want to demonstrate the tunnel collapse build method over here first. Okay, this is almost ready to explode. And actually, because of this irrigation pond, most of this is already irrigated. Just a few squares aren't. I feel like we're bringing in wood as fast as we can make it into planks, basically. I feel like we're making any headway with that. Definitely not just leaving them unchopped either. All right, here we go. Last explosion here. Start in the corner. Beautiful. Okay, now I just need a ladder to get down here. Then I am in this corner maybe even because it's not, what's the word I'm looking for? Not irrigated. That's the word. I'm going to try to build a zipline station here. See if I delete that connection if the trees are in the way there. Okay. Well, there's an easy way around that though. Pylon. And to get up there, ladders. Then we can put a zipline station down there. Now, this won't be a permanent way to get down there because once we start making a multi-level farm, the ziplines won't be able to reach in there. But it will still be useful for now. Too far from a district center, it says. I disagree. Can this one reach up here? Perfect. All right. These oaks are finally getting close to being harvestable. And when that happens, we will finally be able to build our little dance hall for our beavers on top of the river. Perfect. Now we don't need this anymore. In fact, we don't need that anymore either. One dynamite here. We don't even need this one. Double dynamite there. Because they should be able to reach that from up here. Yep. Blow both of those up. Okay. This can be demolished. Triple dynamite. Boom. And then a double. Boom. All right, how are our tunnels coming along? They are built. So now we will delete this, have it, well, let's pause it, delete that, look above, and that should start collapsing. If I did this right. Ah, I know what is needed. We still got a connection. And that connection is right here. So we just need to basically triple dynamite, say right about here. And then maybe another single dynamite might be needed. Boom. Double dynamite even. After we do that, Not even quite. Still need to cut it off this way too. If I blow this up, a lot of this should drop though. Okay, it's starting to collapse. That's not going to quite do it. Actually, I don't even need dynamite all the way through there. I just need to. I just need the parts that's connecting it, which is just kind of this corner right now. That's all that's holding up all of that dirt is this corner. Which is kind of insane, really. Phone's blowing off. Let's go ahead and mute that for a second. Still further. Okay, double dynamite now. Then this should fall gloriously. Boom. And then it's all gone. So that is one way to do it. And if we would have done something similar over on the other side, we could have saved a lot of dynamite and time. But, oh, that's in the wrong spot. But that is a newer method available for clearing the map, because tunnels just came out in 7.0. So I want to show you kind of how it was done before that too. Now we have a whole lot of planks down here to pick up. Just a little bit more cleaning is needed over on this side. Then if we build a forester, not the best place for a forester because we're not utilizing all of its area, but right now this will be a good somewhat temporary setup for it. Something like that. We don't even need all of these paths over here either. What we do need is some lumberjacks down here. I am going to leave one space there so that they can get behind there easier. I want to cut off this section. But yes, I know there's nothing to do right now, but there will be lumberjacks, don't you worry. It'll take 30 days though, so really these can be paused for now. And that should help with our wood needs. Drought is it over? It is over. We can definitely start pumping again. Our water went down quite a bit. No problem though, as long as no water's flowing off the edge of the map, which it really shouldn't be. Good. Food's looking good. We could maybe use a little more storage for a few things. It almost looks like we don't have enough bakeries making cattail flours. Gristle mills. That's full. Is it that we're full of cattail flour? Wheat flour, cattail flour. We don't have any cattail flour storage. That's the problem. Well, that's easy enough to fix. Even in these tight quarters, even just adding a little bit of storage here should help. Cattail flour. Cattail flour. Nope. We're full on storage on cattail crackers. Okay. Which just means we need to build another one of these. Have one of them with cattail crackers. No problem. Cattail crackers. Actually, if we keep this at cattail crackers as well, it will give a place for this to go. Okay, bad tide's coming already. So be it. Those additional windmills we built definitely helped. We almost need additional storage for explosives again, though. Yes, we do. Let's just build a large warehouse right on top of these other two. And we can set that to explosives. All right. So we got down to the ground level over here and over here. We demonstrated the tunnel collapse method of expansion, which is definitely a useful method. And I think it's time to start utilizing this area a little bit. The way I plan to do that is I'm going to redo some of the terrain blocks. I know, not efficient the way I did that. But if we can do that, and I'm going to build that up high, and then have gravity batteries on the top of it. Basically, you can go as high as it'll let us with dirt blocks. Just that high. Then we can even switch to utilizing levees. We could even utilize platforms, actually. That's going to be the cheaper way. We don't need it to hold water or anything. So, triple platforms. The only potential issue is we need to be able to put the gravity batteries on top of it. So let's not go so high. See, that is too high. And gravity batteries. Okay, so that's too high. So let's go ahead and delete that last triple platform. And let's try just let's try doubles. Too high. Maybe just singles. There we go. There we could put them up there. However, I do want a line of vertical power shafts. We don't need these built right away. Instead of this terrain, we kind of messed up a little bit. Not a problem. We can just build a ladder here. Actually, one should do it. Double dynamite to get back down. And to make the building process itself so much easier, we're going to build a stack of ladders here. Okay, so that's as high as it can go. I'm going to back away from that one. I'll back away from it two, actually, for now. So that, so that'll be fine. And then we can do this familiar method. And finish it off. Okay. So we did need to go down one more. So that's easy enough to fix too. We haven't actually built all of this. Demolish buildings. Just like that. Then we can do a single platform. And then go to the overhangs. Just like that. That will let us build all of this. And my plan is to have windmills here. And then we'll make another layer with dirt, more windmills, and we'll have them all connected with that vertical power shaft. Bad tide came, cool, whatever. 22-day bad tide. It's fine. There we go. So that is kind of the scaffolding for our first section of our power production up there. I am going to find a new home for the dirt excavator. It helped us clear out the dirt there, but we're going to get rid of it now. We do still want dirt coming in because we're going to be using it. And I think, at least for right now, if we just find a spot down here for it to call home, that will be just fine. Right there should be a-okay. Just need a ladder. And that. Oh, and then the power shaft, of course. Yeah, that should work out just fine. The only thing I have a concern with is maybe we got too ambitious trying to go to the very top of the map, because it is going to be a little bit difficult, possibly, to fit these gravity batteries in. We're just going to have to delete this and then replace it with a even shorter one for the first gravity battery, and then kind of delete as we go and replace with shorter ones. But we'll be able to get it done. It'll be fine. One thing we didn't really do is make our reservoir any bigger, which we probably should have. Definitely not the end of the world. We'll definitely get to it at some point here. Just a little tidying up to do there. These trees are 20% of the way grown. We will catch up on wood here. Oh, of course they can't build that yet. What are we thinking? They need that, and they need the actual path There we go. Now they can build the rest of that. There we go. In the time being, it would be a good idea to have maybe some underground piles of logs and planks set to obtain. High priority. High priority. What else do we need here? We also need a few gears. And we'll need metal blocks as well. So maybe another large pile there. And I think just we don't need a whole lot of, we don't need the whole underground pile for metal blocks, I don't think, over here. We'll just have a large pile instead. Set both of these at high priority and let her rip. All right, so we demonstrated some of our building strategies. We're just gonna have to delete this so that they can reach these. And turn that off. We won't be needing that anymore. Too far from a district center. Just until that's complete, though. We have all these set up to obtain. Okay. All right, so now we got the massive scale project starting to come in. So that's going to be our battery bank and our windmills set up down here. And we can even extend it along this way further if we need to. All right. Hey, those trees are finally done. Let's finish that dance hall that we talked about from the start of the episode. And then we'll call it an episode because we are approaching an hour long. We're getting close there. That should be able to reach everything. Sweet. That shouldn't take too long to build there. Dance hall shouldn't take too long either. We got plenty of treated planks. We got plenty of scrap. Got a lot of injured beavers. Maybe we slow down the mine a little bit to save some beavers from getting injured. Gears are fine. Yeah, so they can reach all of this now. Don't need that many in there quite. Yeah. But at this exact moment. Feels like they just got started with the workday and they're already going back to sleep. So be it, I guess. All right. I am liking how that's working out. We've already proven by building this third one that we can reach the very end. We knew we could. This is only one away. So it will be just fine. I thought this was right over the top. It is not. I was mistaken. Oh well. Now I guess that makes sense because this was on the very edge and we had this offset by 1 to give the gravity batteries a place to fall. So that makes total and complete sense. Yeah, they are getting that done pretty quick though. Dance hall is done. We got beavers dancing above the river. Nice. What I really should do though is blow this up and let water fill there. So every time they go into the... Actually, I'm going to do it. I am going to do that. How far down is that? Just 2? Double dynamite and replace that with a ladder. So that they have to go down and get into the water. It's actually got to be both of these. The highest of priorities. And then we just make ladders here. Ladders on this side. Oh, but I don't want them to just connect. It worked out better in my head, guys. Okay, it's still doable. We just have to blow up one more section and make the middle ones not ladders, but platforms. Actually, just leave it. Yeah, we just leave that, and then they have to walk through that water. Then they're forced to get the wet fur bonus just to get into the dance hall. So we're still struggling with wet fur bonus too. That's done. Blow it up. That's the only direction we couldn't have that face. Make it ladder. Perfect. High priority. High priority. Wait a minute. And you know what we could also do? Since they're going all the way down to that water, we could put a terrain block here and still build a tree right there. They're able to reach the dance hall, and they have to go through the water to do it. Victory is ours. Yes, it takes more travel time, but I'm okay with that. For the wet fur bonus? Sure. Let's replant that oak. Ta-da! Oh, it's ridiculous, but I love it. All right, that dance hall really helped get our happiness up, and I think the wet fur honestly helped as well. While we were messing around with that, how far did we get here? We got almost done. Awesome. This is taking so long because they can only do it from that one spot. So this will be slower. But not by much. And then we can start with the actual gravity batteries. That is exciting. All right. I think we are going to end it there. So hopefully you like this video. Needs power to operate still. We just we forgot to reconnect that one piece. No problem. If you like this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. A comment would be great too. Any suggestions, or even just let me know if you're liking the videos. Every little bit helps out. I really appreciate it if you watch to the end. That lets YouTube know people are interested in the video and not just clicking on it and then deciding this video sucks and switching to a different channel. Helps me out a lot if you stuck around this whole time, and I greatly appreciate that. And I will see you guys next time.